Alright, welcome to the next part of today's art time episode, where now we are going to be shading and texturing in the remaining demons in the Sky Shoal. So as per usual, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, subscribe for more, and now let's get right into this, shall we? So there's not too much here that we're probably going to have to do. I mean, there's still going to be a decent amount of shading in here, but it's not that much. Not as much as you may think. Considering all of what I went through to get the entirety of this thing done with, and it's outlining, shading, and texturing process. This shouldn't take us too long. So, yeah. Again, not really much to talk about. We're just going into this drawing-wise. No reason to really speak about much. Although I guess I could talk about the more nostalgic trip train over here. We got into the fifth season of Ed, and Eddie. It's weird that they introduced the school in the last season. Don't know why. It's I remember that being a thing in the original show, and I was wondering where the hell it was coming from. And it's the last season, of course. Don't know why though. Nothing really matters though in that department. All that matters here is that we're getting closer and closer to the end of that, and then there's got to be something else we're going to watch. Just to go down that nostalgic trip. But, yeah, that's pretty much all I have to talk about in that department. There's not really a whole lot here that I need to talk about. I'm gonna see if I can get some lightning coming out of these guys this episode. As a matter of fact, I'll go ahead and make a path called lightning. So, there's only a few, it feels like there's only a few demons in here, because of, how big it is. The size of everything here is, completely different than, different, the amount of demons that I thought I had here that were, more so just on the ground is completely different than it actually is. We got the Grangus, and we got a lot of things that just fly around. I mean, I guess that makes sense. The entirety of the Sky Shoals would be a pain in the ass to be able to get around for most demons if they're unable to fly around. So, of course, most of the demons here fly. The Flisher being things that try to remain underneath the ocean. The Shricks over here, if I remember the names correctly. Yep, the Nims. These guys especially. Even the Sky Crawlers, who are able to crawl in the sky, I think. If I remember correctly, they're able to just, walk in the air. Because their bodies are light enough to do so. Yeah, the only one is, so far that doesn't have any form of, flight abilities, technically speaking, is the Grangus, which are these balls of light and wind torrents, or whatever the hell you'd call it over there. And other than that, I think everything here pretty much just flies. These things float around the islands. They don't really fly like everything else. They just stay there and emit lightning as they, go about doing their thing. But yeah, that's one thing I've neglected to really look into is land-based, non-movement based demons over here. Those of which just stand on something, or just stay on land specific. And that's fine, because it's a Sky Shoal. It's a giant region with a whole bunch of floating islands. It only makes sense that a lot of them would just be flying in some way, shape, or form, even if some of them can't remove themselves from the islands, like the Grangus. Where? Ah, there you are. I don't know if there was more, but whoops, cancel. Don't do the stupid now and do the stupid programming error, which I don't think any of you would be able to see anyways, because it doesn't show that stuff. But yeah. After this is done with, I'm going to be going and immediately doing that, the finale drawing for the mature drawing, which is going to be fun. It's going to be fun drawing that one especially. Won't spoil it though. Even though by the time this gets any traction, the drawing will be out long beforehand. But yeah. On the off chance somebody does somehow wander into this video and are like, I'm going to watch this one in particular, and then hears what I have planned, they're going to be like, oh, well, I was spoiled by the moment. Or spoiled by the thing or something. No, it was kind of stupid spoiler when you think about it. I've said it's the finale of something. Now, what series that I've made at this particular time frame in August 8th, the 2nd, well, probably the 3rd, because of the whole, we're not going to get this thing posted until like, past midnight is the word I'm looking for. And 2022, at this particular time frame, what was I talking about again? It's fine, because we all get the point here. Nobody really knows in the future what it is, the thing that of which we are talking about, or where that all resides. So, you know, yeah. Alright, well, anywho's in which the Gringus, which, if I remember correctly, they were just bright light ball in the middle, the wind torrent that surrounds them, and they got these spinny things that surround them as well, these strange green glows. And they also have a green glow too, which I kind of forgot that I needed to place, but that's fine, because that's easy enough to do. I just gotta adjust some things here and make them glow. Where are we? Here we are. I'll just call this Glow 4A overlay, and I'll use their second one. Yeah, just about right. If any of y'all's, or I don't think I even showed you, I mean, I think I showed you it. I'm pretty sure I did. But in case I didn't show you it in the first episode, here's what the Sky Shoal's introduction looked like in the beginning. Terrible. But you see some of the demons and what they can do here. That's why I gotta put, like, at least one of you guys doing that. Got those flishers, the shricks, which is here. Yep. And now we got this. The Sky Shoal got a huge upgrade. Can you believe it? Kind of necessary when you think about it. We want to try to make this a little bit more professional, despite the fact that I'm not one for professionalism. But, yeah. That is we are trying to do. Trying to make the Sky Shoal and every other region in this universe, this realm of mine, look a hell of a lot better. Because if we don't do that, well, it's just not going to really translate well into most things. I'll make this 70. When making new demons for the region. And as we go on ahead and make new demons for the region, well, it's just as simple as just go on into that remade, and then we go on ahead and add in the new demon. The link and the writing of it all. Hopefully I don't have to worry about size. I feel like I shouldn't have to worry about size. And it's not like I'm going to be adding 100 demons, maybe, to the area. Probably not, I don't know. Hard for me to say, really. But given the, given, like, how many regions there are, it's unlikely that I'll be able to fill in all of it. We got, like, what, 13 regions as of now? Also including the sub-region? Technically, so to speak. So that's like, what? With the 5 more that I have in mind, and potentially some sub-regions, I mean, could could potentially reach to around 20 regions and sub-regions in total. Maybe. I don't know. Hard to say, really. Alright. No. Overlay. There. But yeah, that could be the case. I'm not sure. Alright, so the Flishers, the Nims, and the Gringus is done. Let me get the lightning out of the way with, actually. I'm sure I have something here for lightning. Let me look at the drawing I did here. Looks like white, and it looks like it's probably using the veins texture thingy. Also, is that in the middle? Yeah, it's coming off of this point here. You're the one I wanted to have with the lightning strike. Lightning 1A. This one's easy enough, really. All we gotta do is create a lightning strike. I'll try to make it a little bit more noticeable and have it branch off once and then head on back in. Right about here. So that's noticeable. There we go. Now, if I remember correctly, the lightning strike itself, was it 1? Well, in this particular direction, yeah, probably. Well, I'd say I need to do a little, something like this. No, not that one, you idiot. This one. Okay. And that's good. And now we just need to go on ahead and do a little bit of this. Alright, so that would mean... Well, I don't know what you're going to be exactly. Is that too thick? Now, overlay. Red colored lightning. Alright, so now we want to go for 5 here, since that's overlay. Whoops, wrong layer. Lightning 1C, or at least 5. I think 5 might be what we want. Probably not. Oh yeah, no, 5 is too thick. Let's go for 3 then. 3 seems like the perfect amount. And there we go. Lightning. Nice. Get to see these lightning cracks over here. Alright, now there's one more thing that we must do. And that is to create lightning glow. Lightning glow. Now, I don't know if this is going to work exactly as I think it would. But let's see. Oh, that could work, actually. Showcases a little bit of light there so you can see somewhat in the far distance, which probably doesn't make much sense when you think about it. Oh wait, no, but how would lightning oh no, lightning strikes would light up the entire area, would it not? Whatever. It does, it's doing what it's supposed to do. Now, why don't I increase the size of that glow a little bit so it's a little bit more like that. There we go. And maybe a little glow around this thing. What does 100 look like, actually? Too much. So 50 is perfect. Alright, good. So that takes care of the lightning. Save it again. I guess I'll get done with these little fellers. These things are called bliss. They're little bird-like creatures that thrive off of void gases. But they reside within the entirety of the Sky Shoal. Why did they, stay in the Sky Shoal, not the void? Well, it could just be the case that they're safer in the Sky Shoals than they are in the void. Primarily because the void is a very dangerous place, filled with many skeletal-type demons that just float around the entirety of the area here. Plus, there's probably such a thing as overindulgence. I'm not entirely too sure if I said anything with it, or if I even said, stated the reason. I mean, the obvious reason would be is the Sky Shoal is safer. no other demons can really interact with void gases without getting completely destroyed. So it's best that they avoid these bliss, these demons over here, in order to increase their survival chances in the world. And plus, if anything does try to go near them, they're dead. The only exception to this rule are the rulers of the regions. For some reason, they're not affected by the void gas, which makes sense because, technically speaking, they're supposed to be made for, well, you know, the regions that they're in. Which, to an extent, there are some regions that don't have any connection towards the void. But I don't know if, like, that's going to change soon. And we're going to have more regions that aren't connected to the void. That's what I'm not sure. Of course, having a river in between the area, I don't know if that should be a region. It should be more so just like a borderline area that, like, nothing is in. It does kind of make sense. A borderline region where no demons go to at all. The only demons that do go past that are the bliss, but that's only because the Sky Shoal is completely different. And it's not on the surface. The surface is the only area in the demon realm that has the Void River, which is essentially just like a strange, murky water river kind of bed area, large and separating from the entirety of the Void's, what do you call it? Because there are probably some Void demons who are able to just momentarily stick their not entire bodies, but at least, like, say, 70, maybe 80% of their body, all the way out into the non-Void-based area, into the main demon realm, you know, exploration area, however the hell you want to describe that. Now just imagine this black wall, and there's like no river separating you and that. And then you just see this giant skeleton demon that just bites you and drags you into the void gas, killing you and then consuming your corpse. That's why the river is there. Any demon that sees that river with a very, like, foreboding texture in its, entirety, any demon that sees that knows to avoid that. The only demons that don't got that luxury are the ones underground or high up in the air. Space Abyss is a lot more difficult to, like, determine if you're going into the void. Or maybe not. I mean, Space Abyss is filled with, like, a dark purple-esque kind of color. With the void surrounding it, you would notice it getting significantly darker and less combust nearby for you to be able to, like, utilize as a means to figure out where the hell they're all at. Or where the hell the void's at. Don't know why I said it like that. But yeah, that would be the case here. Is that underneath? It is. I see. That's, the Bliss is the only, like, demon that we know of right now that can go into the void, consume some of the void gases, and then, like, I don't know how long, but take some time to, like, leave it in its body for it to consume over time. And, yeah. Now, the Bone Vultures, I think that's what they're called. Yep, the Bone Vultures. They over here, I forgot what they did. I don't remember them at all. My memory of these guys are very fuzzy, very hazy. Something about them going after dead demon corpses or corpses of anything that was killed off in this area. But I don't know if that is the case, because they don't have any, like, food or whatnot. Maybe they eat bones? I mean, I do have the thing over here. What were these guys again? What's this? I see. Interesting. Let's see here. Burning fire around. Sure, of course, eat. They do eat corpses. Yeah, they do eat corpses, but Why exactly was the reason again? Oh, yeah. Okay, I see. They don't take that long to eat, but why? I didn't explain why the hell they were able to eat. Whatever. Well, they do eat corpses of anything. Just like vultures do. Maybe that bone exterior was supposed to be like, oh hey, that just looks like bone. Looks like it doesn't have any nutrition in it or whatever. And that's how they're able to, like, get by without, like, you know, being noticed on, like, a food eating instance with predator demons or whatever. I don't know how else better to describe it. My brain is frying. But yeah, that's what they did. Just like any other vultures. Only they are bones for some reason. It does make for an interesting flying demon within this region. And, man, I can't wait to get to a point where I can just, like, start making new demons for these regions again. Just like I got with this freaking duck bird thing. And then that beetle thing, which is pretty simplistic, but, yeah. Yeah, I can't wait to do that again. Because I can come up with some more design ideas. Just pull something out of my ass and then boom. But give it more detail and give it more, like, what do you call it? Some things don't need more details. Like this beetle over here. All that matters is that we continue to expand upon these regions with all new demons and whatnot. And I'd say once we've gotten, like, a decent amount of demons made, we'll start expanding upon the realm by adding the remaining 5 regions that I've been wanting to add for a while now. I mean, it makes sense, right? Well, anywho's and let's see. It's got some tail over here. A tail over here. Tail over there. Leg. And this right over here. Alright, good. So we're making good progress here. I don't think these is going to take too long. Let's see, we are 22, just about 23 minutes in. Yeah, it shouldn't take too long. Most of the shading here isn't that complex. Just try to get some of the sides like that done with. Make some of it darker to showcase the depth, like that. And I don't remember what this was. Yeah, because this one's close together, I don't think it matters too much how we do that. Yeah, just try to get this to match some of those as best as we can. Well, that has barely any freaking pixels to it, so that's not going to help. That here and that here. I'm going to make that a little bit darker. Okay, what do I want to do next? I guess we can get these guys done with. These are just as faraway Shricks. And I said I was going to do something like that. But don't you worry, we got an area up close showcasing Shricks. If you haven't been paying attention, you need to pay better attention. Here they are. Man, how many wasp-type demons do we have? It really does feel like we have a lot of wasp-type demons. I'd say I'd look back, but I don't know if I want to look back. Like, I know we got one in the Blood Peaks. The Crimson Hornet. That one was definitely something. And I do believe there was one in the Crimson Jungle. Yeah, the Stinglings, of course. And was there another one? I can't remember. I don't think there's anything in the Void. Nothing in there. Nothing there. Nothing in Drought Plains. Spiders there. Nothing there. Lavender Desert. No, that was more mosquito, right? Yeah, the Mist Stingers. More like weird-looking mosquitoes, I guess. I think that was it, actually. Only 3. I thought I had more than that. Whatever, it's fine. It's a fine. All that matters is that we just do what we need to do. But you do have a decent amount of beetle-type demons. Crystal beetle up there, which I don't know what the name will be for yet. Then we've got that drain beetle, the husk beetle, and the lavender desert. Alongside the drain beetle, I think there's also that new demon that I made. Don't have a name for it. Don't know yet. But it's a new beetle. What purpose it serve? I forgot. I don't think I gave it a purpose yet. I think it was mainly just we made the demon and then we'll give it a purpose later. Oh wait, since you're in the same vein, I might as well do this as well. Alright, torso. Get those done within the same vein too. And now for the legs, right over here. And right over here. I don't know, I already got the wings, right? I think I did, yeah. Feels like I did. And now for the stingers, which I call torso 1B for some reason, but that's fine. Okay, so that's the Shricks done with. What do we do next? What do we have left, actually? Skycrawler, the Aviate. Yeah, the Aviate. The duck demon thing and the beetle demon thing. Time for this spider over here. So this spider over here is a little bit, you know, light, if I remember correctly. It's capable of going through the skies quicker in order to get to its prey quicker. But, yeah. Mouth. Whoops, nope, go in. I'll do that to that. And then I do this. Now what else? Alright, limbs, here we go. I'll try to keep it a little bit more light and separate from each other. It's going to be a little bit more difficult to do, but I think we can manage. Alright, let's see. Limbs 1C. Again, darker. Go up. And then we do this. I forgot, did I shade that in? I think I did. It's just that you can't really see it that well. I'll see if I can shade it in a little bit more. There we go. I think I actually grabbed the limb there, or clicked on the limb. Alright, let's see. Alright, so we get this little part here. Then we got the tail here. That part's easy enough. And now the limb. Oops. The other limbs, of course. Ah, yes, of course. The other limb. Limb 2B. Good. Great. Fantastic. Limb 2C. That one's probably going to be darker due to how far behind it is and everything. And that should be that for the shading part. Maybe make the part a little bit smaller for this one. There we go. Alright, now for the Aviate. doing frequent saves here, just as a precaution. You can never be too safe with the nonsense that this program can give sometimes. The occasional programming error because of some nonsense, and it opens up the help window a couple times for no freaking reason, somehow managing to break the entire system. Annoying it is, annoying it be. Wish it wasn't like that. Wish it wasn't so goddamn stupid sometimes, but what can you do? Alright, let's see. I think we should probably try to get this part here a little bit more, yeah. Alright, now for the head over here. Well, that part's easy enough. Just gotta shade it in where it needs to be shaded in. Do this. Most of this doesn't matter too much, it seems, due to how this is set. Yeah. I'll still try to keep it a little bit more evened out, I guess. Not even out, depth out. That's right. There we go. Not as cold as it could be, but cold enough, I guess. Alright, let's see. Now for the eye, which doesn't need too much. Now we move on to the neck. Well, that part there seems simple enough. Yep. Alright, now for the torso. Probably should have had that connect. That probably would look better. Man, I'm tired. Alright, now for the torso. Which everything here should be connected, right? Yeah, that's another reason why I want to try to, like, get new demons in here. So that we can have some different demons from the strange ones that I designed way back when. Not saying this is that bad. This is a bad design. It's decent. Little flesh bird vulture thing. But it's not as good as what I did with something like this. We've been doing better when it comes to designs for, like, the recent ones. Doing as best as we can to give them new and cool designs. Having some be simplistic and some be complex is what I want to try to do. So as soon as we can get the newer demons that we've made for the remakes redrawn, then we'll start making new demons again. And that's where things are going to get interesting. New demons and whatnot. Freaking gnats. But, yeah. That's what I'm hoping. Did I get it? No, that's just, for some reason, sweat. It's too hot in here. Well, it's not hot, not like drenching hot. But there is tiny beads of sweat. Wish it wasn't so damn hot. Apparently, according to this, there was a heat wave. So, yeah. Oh, man, I can't wait for summer to be done. I hate summer for the goddamn insects. I really do. And I don't really go out that much. But for some reason, somehow, all the frickin' gnats and whatnot find their way into here. And it's annoying as all hell. I just hate these insects in general, and wish they would just learn to avoid humanity at all costs. Well, not all insects I hate, but when they come into my domain, well, let's just say that's my domain, not theirs. And we, as selfish humans, must take our domain back. Despite the fact that we technically took their domain, now we gonna take their domain, our domain back. From them. Ah, yes. Human corruption. Sweet. Ah, sweet. Human corruption. It's just, it's how it is. Most animals are selfish. We are selfish. And there are some animals out there who are selfish. Some who aren't too. That's just the way of life. How some humans aren't selfish. How some animals aren't selfish either. They share. But, yeah. That's basically just how morality works in most occasions. Alright, now for these things. If I remember correctly, you were just like this. Glowing eyes, crystal-like wings to blend into your environment as best as you could, or can. And then as soon as we get the midtones in for the crystals here, we'll get the highlights in, and that'll be it. And that will be it. Alright. Crystal beetles. I still don't know what I want to call them. Crystal beetle sounds alright, but I want to try to come up with more intricate names. Like, how are you supposed to name certain things here? I don't know how I came up with the Shriek, Grangus, Felicia, Aviat, and that kind of stuff. Grangus. Did I say Grangus? I don't remember. I don't know how I came up with it, but I did. Same with a few of the names and the demons in the Space Abyss. Except for probably... Wait, what do we have in Space Abyss? Melody, which is obvious. The Observers, yeah, that's another one. The only weird names we've got here is the A-Guard, Acleus, Broctolus, Bullbloom, Cluidaris, Combus, and Hungrus. Kind of makes sense. Observer and Melody are the only names that are like actual words that exist due to their strange ethereal appearance. Same applies to the Bloatkir and Lameth and Defiler, well not Defiler, Exovild, Grogino, Specix. There's Vortex, Riptide, Defiler, and then there's the Blood Ape, alongside Alien King. So it's some names in Lameth that, like, are named as such. But I guess we got that Blood Ape thing, which is... Well, there could be a monkey species out there. And the Blood Ape, it's the demonic version of them that they fear. Potentially. I think the only demon left now for me to shade in is you. You! Yeah, imagine seeing one of these giant-ass things. And these islands are pretty big, too. So the size of this thing is definitely out of this world. Like, I don't exactly know. If this is how tall the tree stumps are, we're probably about, like, maybe this tall or something. Probably. Maybe. We go up to here. Just this wide-ass demon. And I believe I'm making it hostile. So that's definitely something you don't want to, like, come across at all. Avoid this thing at all costs. Because probably is going to swallow you up whole due to its size. Yeah, it'll swallow you like a duck. Kind of makes sense. Duck, swan. I mean, it's got the beak of a duck. Or is that a swan? I don't know. I literally did not bring up a reference pic of this. Maybe? It's not as close. Hold on, what does a duck's beak look like? Okay, well, it looks like its own thing then. Or at least the fact that it's like going down here instead. But hey, kind of makes sense. You don't want to get consumed by this thing. And I have to imagine... Well, it depends on what I have planned on here. Because I don't know if I'm going to draw another one of these. Well, no, I am going to draw another one of these. But I don't know if I'm going to be drawing two different types, or if it's just going to be one. I would say, like, the females are bigger, They got black eyelashes that showcases off, and their wingspans are much larger. I think the only difference there would be that the females have a bigger appetite. And probably something about, like, killing the male in order to, like, acquire his essence and then create a bunch of smaller ones of themselves. Because the way Demon Realm works is that demons with souls, as soon as the demon dies, the soul wanders the Demon Realm until it finds a place for it to basically be reincarnated, and a new demon is made in that spot. It's only able to find a place it can reincarnate in when there are no other, like, beings nearby in, like, a certain distance. Not a certain distance. Like, if nothing is looking in the general direction, then the demon will be able to reform and turn its new physical body into a new body that's given to it by the region's genetic disposition, or whatever the hell that would be called. In other words, it just goes into whatever region it wants to go into, and then it chooses to be reborn in there. And then once it's reborn, it's randomly chosen which demon it's going to turn into in that particular region. In other words, it's really just random luck, determining, like, what demon you are decided to be turned into. We don't really know, and I don't think it affects humans in the same way, because that wouldn't make much sense. Maybe some human souls are, like, left to rot in this realm, and then their soul gets corrupted and turned into demons themselves. The soul, like, reforms itself to stick with the theme that the Demon Realm has going. Although then, in that case, if you go into the Dark Beach, maybe you'll turn into a Dark Succubus. Although that's not exactly a good thing, because you're not, like, going after... You're not, like... I don't think the Dark Succubus do things to each other. They're just going after humans and whatnot. Maybe I'd be a Dark Cat. Yeah, I'd be a Dark Cat. Why not? Those cute little cats that turn into, what's the word I'm looking for? Not turn into. That looks like, a starry night sky. It's like you're looking into the end portal. And you go on ahead and just, like, you pet them and they feel soft. Like space, somehow. Don't know how. They just feel soft. Isn't that right, Mimi? Now you're asleep. And probably you should let this damn cat sleep so she doesn't go into a whir fit. But, yeah. I don't know. If I was unfortunate enough to perish in this universe, I don't know which demon I would want to turn into. The Dark Succubus would probably be the safest option. But you're not the one being pleased by the other Dark Succubus or any of the human. Plus, you turn into, well, the thing out of which you have no choice if you decide to bring humans into there. Although I guess you do have a choice as to what person you want to bring in. Probably. I imagine they do. Can't be reborn into a ruler or a special demon. You can only be reborn into a special demon if somehow that one special demon perished. And that's not really something that would happen that often, because special demons are incredibly strong. Unkillable, almost. I'm sure there's some out there that are very weak. And whatnot. But, even if that is the case, even if they are weak, they're not necessarily going to just, like, fall over and die that easily. They're still relatively strong. It's just they're probably the weakest of the special demons, you know? Yep. Don't know. I don't know what kind of special demon I'd turn into. I would want to turn into. We don't got a choice if that were to be the case. Well, whatevs. The dark cat kind of is the perfect adoption. For a few reasons. 1, I get to be a cat. 2, I'm immortal. But the only issue with being a dark cat is, you don't necessarily, like, once you turn into one, you're unlikely to change out of it. Because they are in a very safe spot. But I guess if you're someone who just wants to, like, live and relax and just, like, lay back and relax, hunt the salt beetles, eat all the salt beetles you want, play with all the insects, destroy them, be a menace to the insects that resides within the ground. I guess that would be your alley, right? Up those people's alleys. And I guess another issue with being in the demon realm is no internet, no creation. Once you're in there, well, if you can't get out, well, you're probably going to just be stuck in there forever. Unless your soul is able to transfer out of the place, but that's not likely to happen. Well, it is a thinker, that's for certain. Alright, now, what did I do for these guys again? I don't think I did anything. Yeah, it just looked like lines. Got it. Well, that's easy enough. Bring this to 5. Yeah, then you have to worry about the rules of the demon realm. Rules of nature. You gotta be very lucky to become a predator who's able to avoid all kinds of predators or not have any predators in general. Did I get it? I can't tell. Oh, there's a little mark there, so maybe I did. No, there it is. Fucking annoying. Whatever. Head. Neck. Torso. Leg. Leg 1B. All the things you need for a floating purple bird. Oh yeah, didn't you guys have like void gas coming off of you? Hold on, let me do a double check. Kind of? Yeah, you have like purple gas-like stuff coming off of you. Oh yeah, that's easy enough. Whoops, that's not what I want. I want the leg, you fool. Alright, open up the bliss. Time to add in the purple gas that surrounds them. Whoops. No. This. Damn it. Decided to go in that direction instead of going forward. Whatever. Gas over here. Yeah, that makes sense. It just filled a whole bunch of gas. These little creatures over here. Grabbing gases from the voids and just having it on their person. That's one reason why you don't want to go near one of these things. But I think if they see you, they'll just run away immediately, so if you try to catch one, you're not likely to get it. What the? Oh, the tail, right, I forgot about that. And even if you do want to try to catch one of them and eat them, that's probably not a good idea. These things are probably highly toxic. Makes sense. They got gases from a very toxic region that you're unable to, go into. Because if you touch it, you're just dead. Straight up. No fooling. You're just destroyed. Not even a chance. You had no chance whatsoever. There you are. And that's why you want to avoid these things. Their meat is not worth it. no amount of cooking will remove the toxic gases of the void from these creatures. Okay, what did I do with the Grangus? Did I even do textures back then? Looks like I kind of did. Hold on, let me get a good look. Really? I'm not able to zoom in more? I don't know. I guess it's kind of a texture surrounding it on the sides here. Switch to this, you fool. Grangus 50. No. B. Alright, go to this one over here. Go to 70, I guess. The 1B. Then this one over here. Not 70. Go back to 50. Oh wait, is that one light? I can't tell. I can't tell, but I'm going to go to this one now. Good thing about the Grangus is it's so easy to locate their position except for one of them, apparently, because now I can't find that other one that I was looking at. That's weird. Hold on, would it be here? Oh, that one's small enough to where you can't see it zoomed out that far. Like, I'm looking at it at... Is it this? Yeah, it looks like that on the side. The navigator tool. Which I can show you it, but I can't. But I think that takes care of all of them. Now I want to take care of the quick and easy ones first. Get the pincers over here. Pincer over here. Mouth. The eyes. I don't know, I guess I'll give them a tiny bit of texture, but not a lot. No. There we go. Alright, now for the limbs. That part's easy enough. That's the tail, but I guess I can get that done out of the way with before I forget. Now for 1D, no, that's background. 1D. Now for 2A. 2B. 2C. And 2D. Consume. Yeah. Where do I need to go now? Oh, yes, these guys. Well, let me see. It looks like it had cracked, so you all gonna be cracked. Alright. This one should be relatively easy. Yeah, because before the texture was completely different, but now that I have the crack texture, I think now is a good time to use it for this one. This one in particular. Now for the ribs. Oh yeah, this isn't taking too long. Kind of glad that I have them in the same instance. All of them sharing the same texture. Or layer, I mean, not texture. Just makes getting their textures here done with a hell of a lot quicker. I think before I used like a light maple brush texture. So cracked is definitely where it's at. Alright, let's see. And then there's the Aviate and the other two demons. Let's see here. Looks like the skin might be cracked. I'm gonna open that up. Well, I can't see it at this freaking angle. I know the bones look like what they're supposed to look like, and the flesh look like that. So, possibly the flesh is cracked. So I'm gonna go on ahead and get the flesh cracked parts done with. These are their own separate thing, but I guess that's fine. Now for the head bits. Easy enough. Not too much to have to use. Nope, not that one. This one, you fool. And now for you. H. And then J. That's the flesh part. That one's easy enough. And I'll give the eye a tiny bit of texture, but not too much. Wings its own thing. Got it. Okay, that's fine. I mean, I could actually do this. Yeah, hold on. Would that work? Should work, theoretically speaking. 1A. This one. Is that an issue? It doesn't look like it. Alright, good, great. Now for the neck. And then the flesh parts, all the flesh parts. Maybe I should make this like 50 or something. Torso 1B. This part should be easy enough to get done with. And the wings, those are also simple enough. And now let's go on ahead, grab these. Do a little bit of this. Maybe less dark, more light. Inverse. And we'll do this again. Not that one, no, like 50. There we go. Alright, not too bad. Tiny bit. Alright, let's see. You should be the next one. Now you should be easy. Because you're just this and this. Just a tiny bit. Not enough to see. And then this stuff. Then the eye. Then the wings. The crystal looking wings. Now you can barely see most of it. Then the butt. The back end of this here creature. Alright, and then I think the only thing left now is just you. This one should be easy enough. We just gotta do this for most of it. Give the eyes a little bit of something. Bring that up. Have that go down. And then have us do this. There we go. Now for the fins. And now the torso. Part's easy enough as well. But the entire body is all, what do you call it? The wings are going to be different though. These will be as is, however, but the wings are going to have a different texture. But we'll worry about that a little bit later. For now though, my main focus is on getting the rest of this particular brush done with. Torso 1C. The fins. Let's see here. Then the tail coming out of the water. And there we go. So these are going to be different. Where would this be, I wonder? Ah, here we go. This direction. Just about right. Put it here. And now for the wings. Yep. Just a little bit of feather textures on the wings over here. And boom. We'll probably put actual feathers here in the full drawing, if I can remember. And switch over to the other side for this one. Yeah, we'll probably do that for the full drawing once we get like a much closer look up on this thing. But for now, we're just getting like the showcase for this demon. We don't need to have it, well, you know, very complex design with little bits and pieces here. We're just focusing right now on just trying to get this look off right here. And, yeah. I think the only thing we haven't textured yet now is the Shrek, actually. I forgot about you fellas. But you guys don't have too much of texture, if I remember correctly. Your mask-like faces, I think, was this. Go all the way up here. That part's easy enough. Now that I think about it, it kind of doesn't matter. You guys are so small pixel-wise that it doesn't really give us a lot of room for texture outside of your body. Whoops, that's the nest. Get the stinger. Nah, that's torso 1B. Probably should call that stinger, but that's fine. And if I remember correctly, this is what the bodies look like, right? Weird, like, flesh-like thing or something? I'm not sure. Been a while. Let's see. Let's see. That's the wings taken care of. Other wings taken care of. Whoops. And other wings taken care of. You guys in the back technically don't need it. But I'll give you a small amount. Because why not? It messes with the pixels a bit. Makes it look a bit more grainy from afar, you know? You're all the same, right? Yeah. Yeah, see what I mean? Doesn't matter too much. They're so far, but you can see in the distance. You got that there as like the main, what do you call it? And you got these little red dots over here that you can barely see to showcase that there's another nest over there. I mean, yeah, that kind of makes sense. There are some islands here that seem to be uninhabited by a demon. This one is one of them. This is not included because these guys are passive. These don't hurt you, these don't hurt you. These guys will. These don't hurt you, they avoid you. These kill you, I think. They're called aviate. I don't think they are bone-like. These things will only hurt you if you go near them, otherwise they'll run away. These things will hurt you when you go near their nests, so if you're on here in this island, and you only got a small amount of room to walk and move in, well, you're probably going to die. But let's say if... Yeah, actually, good example. Let's say if these guys were, like, over here, or maybe, like, over here, going around it in, like, a certain area, maybe around here, is dangerous. I mean, the water is fine because they can't get in the water. But being here is fine. They don't reside the whole island. But it's assumed that if they're on a small island, that entire island is a part of their territory. And you just got to avoid that at all cost. So there we go, folks. Now that we've got the demons shaded and textured, it's time for us to get this finished. There isn't too much here that we have to finish. And a lot of this doesn't need to have anything too special. It will be a little bit lengthy, though, putting in all the shadows and whatnot, but maybe not as much as we may think. Let's see. Some shadows down here. I guess a little bit of shadows down here. And a little bit right over here. Yeah, the bottoms do kind of need shadows, for the most part. This one we probably might have glow a bit, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. All right. I guess I get that here. We're gonna have some form of glow. We need to have it be a little bit more noticeable. That one should have a glow to an extent. Consider that like big yellow light beacon to this particular type of area. And if you see it, that means that, oh hey, I'm coming close to a crystal area, or whatever the hell we're calling it. Part of me was wondering, like, what it would be like to have a survival game taking place solely within the Sky Shoals. Nowhere else but the Sky Shoals. And that would be interesting to think about. Like, maybe, when you go near the Bliss, you get like a strange purple effect surrounding like the screen here, and like maybe some exclamation marks there that are like wavy and whatnot to showcase that you're nearing a very dangerous thing that'll kill you instantly. These Bliss, though, they're not necessarily going to like, let you get near them. They'll run away as soon as they can. But it'll still give you it. If you sneak up to one and try to go near one and you'll die, then they'll see that your corpse is behind them. They're going to get freaked out and then run away. Although there might be a reason to kill them, material-wise. Considering the fact that they are very dangerous to be near, you probably would need to have some form of, like, some material to handle the void there and whatnot. Or maybe, like, these trees seem to be fine that these Bliss, like, stand on. So maybe there'd be, like, a pair of an extended shears or whatnot, not shears, tongs or something, where you can go ahead and grab their, like, body, corpse. And then you got, like, collect wood from these trees over here. Purple wood. You go on ahead and get some purple wood. That'll be interesting to see how that would work. But I don't know what the end game here would be. The only other end game I can think of would be that you wouldn't want to try to escape the demon realm. But would there be enough material here to allow you to escape it? I think that the only way we'd be able to do something like that is to have, like, Demon Realm Sectors Squad stuff. Just, like, somewhere hidden around the area in the Sky Shoal, and you're supposed to find it. I don't know if this would be like a nomadic game or if you would set up a base. Like, I don't know how you'd set up a base with the Avian King just flying around, causing problems for you. There's probably going to be like a very massive warning sign where it's just like, caution, Avian King is approaching fast and steadily. Find a hiding spot or something. And you gotta freaking try to hide from that thing. It might destroy your base, it might not, I don't know. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that, don't know why I did that. I don't think, canonically it would make sense for it to destroy your base, but I'd say for the sake of gameplay purposes, we would make it so that it doesn't destroy your base. Only so that you can have some form of base camp, but also, how did I miss this? Kinda wish I just combined these to be the same. Would make things a hell of a lot easier. Alright, taking back to the shadows now. But, yeah, that's like a good idea. You got like a little mini jetpack that you can utilize to help you fly around islands. You're in an area where there's like a bunch of small islands surrounding everything. Got like, further out you go, you get more larger islands where things start to get more dangerous. I would say the smaller islands have like very simple threats, first and foremost. Where it's not too bad early game, but it's still enough to challenge you before you can get the right equipment to deal with them. Like, say, maybe killing the Shriek and seeing if you can get their hide material. I forgot what Shrieks did exactly. What are you meowing at? What the hell? Don't know who that is. Shrieks. Ah, yes. Once tied to it makes her nest in dirt, and Shriek is crisp and hard like a rock, and also is very easy to distinguish. All nests around the island. Yeah, they're actively looking for prey to kill to bring their nest. Usually the main food source comes from fleshers and anything that moves. Nonetheless, stingers can pierce through stone and cause immense pain and have to kill someone with if the stinger didn't hit anything vital. So, yeah, the Shricks can basically just one-shot you with their stingers. Something you would want to try to avoid at all costs, if at all possible. But, yeah. Yeah, I guess those are something you don't want to go near. Go near their hive, they'll start to make their loud buzzing noise, and then as soon as you get stung by one, boom. Because they can pierce through stone. So, maybe not crystal. Maybe they can't pierce through crystals. So maybe you have like crystal armor, you can negate their stinger damage by a bit. But that would require you to go into this region. And who knows what more resides within this area of the Sky Shoal. I guess that would be the only issue with the Sky Shoal is that there wouldn't be no more than like 5 regions. So there wouldn't really be too much we can do with a survival-based game because we're limited to only 5 regions. Maybe like the further out you go, the more you see new demons, more dangerous ones. It's like the first circle, the central area that you're in, has very easy to deal with demons. Yeah, since this is in the darkness, I don't even worry about the shadows too much. Yeah, the first circle that you're in has a bunch of like strong demons and whatnot. Strong demons. Weak demons that you can somewhat deal with if given like the... Oh, we already did that. If given like the right strategy to avoid them. And then the further out you go, the more dangerous demons you come across. I would say mayhaps once you've gotten to the second ring going outwards, maybe. That's when the Avian King will then be able to find you and start doing damage to you and whatnot. I'd have to imagine there'd have to be some form of, what's the word I'm looking for? Personal teleportation device. Something that would allow for you to teleport back to your base and back to where you've teleported to. Because that's the only way we would have it so that you can have a personal base in a very simple and easy to survive in area. While having to... Yeah, that's what we can do. Maybe you can build outposts that are like inside of the mountain or the caves or whatever is in here. Maybe you can do that. But if you build it outside in an area where the Avian King can go and see it, it will destroy it. So you want to build it in a place where it can't see it and destroy it. I think I already did most of it. Yeah, I already did most of that, so that's good. I think the shadow's taken care of now. Ah, yes, the shadow. And now for the fog. Switch on over to the fog. And we only have, like, what? 11 demons shown? These 2 unnamed, and we don't know what their function is yet, entirely. I know I want you to be hostile. I don't know about you yet. Maybe you're defensive, but you don't actively seek out prey. Maybe you consume crystals. Alright, so now that we've gotten that set up, it seems like a lot of the colors here seem to be more so just blue. Kinda makes sense, but I need to find the right shade of blue. What shade is the right shade for me? Darker? Kind of. What actually it is again? Yeah, darker. Darker is fine. Alright, so here's what I want to do. Island 4? I think Island 4 is behind Island 5. Yeah. This is where I want to be here. This will be where Fog 1B is. Let's see, do we want it to be duller the further out it goes? sure. More blue? I'm not sure just yet. How about that shade? Nope, too blue. What about green? Nah. And that's not good either. Do I need to make up another one? Hold on, let me see if I can make up another one. Too light, not the right shade. I'm not sure, actually. It makes sense that the further out you go, the darker it gets. Maybe purple. Darker purple than that, actually. How about this one? That could work. Let me see if I can do dark blue here. Oh, that might work, actually. Yeah, sure, why not? Alright, where is this at? Behind there. So we should have this go behind Island 7. That's where the crystals are? Okay, good. Fog 1C. I feel as though that this area here, however, should be less fogged on both departments. So bring me to Fog 1B. And we'll leave those as such. I'll go ahead and do an area for that one. Alright, now where else do we want to go? Behind 10. See, 11 is there. 10 is down further. And that's where that is, so maybe behind 12. Yeah, 12. Okay, good. I'm sure there's another font we can use here instead of more of that, so how about dark purple? Now, how about dark teal? Oh no, there's something. And wait until that there light gets kicked in. Alright, so this is where we want to be for that, Fog 1E. To cover up most of that area. And we got Island 15? Or do we want to do 16? I guess we could do 16. Up 16. Fog 1F. Whoops, that's the wrong one. This. And maybe that one could be purple. The only issue with most of this is the fact that the darkness isn't really being shown as well as it could be shown. So I guess what I can do is this. No. There's another way to do this. What if? Oh yeah, what if I would create another background layer? I do that. But, oh wait, no, hold on. I delete the blood ocean and the darkness and the fog throughout all of those. And we only have all that is shown here, assuming this works properly. Man, how far away is the next fog here? Ah, here it is. Whoops. And then 1B. And then shadows, of course, because we don't want to showcase the shadows either. Oh, wait, that's all the way up top, right. 1B and then the shadows. Hide that. And that should be everything. So now I can combine this. Oh, wait, hold on. The lightning and the... Yeah, the lightning is another one. Wait, did I just do the wrong one? No, that is the one. That is the one it needs to be. Lightning. Also, I could have sworn I saw another fog. Yeah, I did. I forgot to delete Fog 1C. Or back up. Actually, hold on. Don't delete that, and that should be the fog, right? Wait, what? Where the hell am I? Oh, there I am. That's the lightning, don't delete. Hide you? Yeah, hide you, then we can be brought to the actual lightning that we want to be brought to. Just in case. Don't want to take a risk. I'd rather not take a risk with something like that. Now we combine it. There's also the Garangus glow, actually. Hold on a second. Jesus Christ, I've got so much shit here. Glow 3, I think, is the only one that really needs to be dealt with. I didn't even give you a glow yet, so we can use that to our advantage and then give you a glow alongside that thing. Anything else now? No. The gas, of course. The void gas. Yes. Delete that. It said delete that. Other void gas, delete that. And that one should be fine. Anything more? Doesn't seem like it. No. So now, hopefully, I could just go on ahead. Yeah. The fog really does make a difference. Whoops. Can I do a select all? No, wait. This. And try to bring that back down, I think. Wait, no. And that should allow us to do the fog now, I think. Now we get rid of that. I'll leave this here for now, and then I'll get rid of it later. And the fog we need to get rid of is going to primarily consist of the back. Well, I guess the bottom two. The idea here is for that to all be darkness. Geez, that looks weird. If you could see what the fog looks like on the layers over here, then you would agree that that looks a little bit weird. I will say that this looks off where that's at. I really wish there was an easier way for me to grab all of that. I mean, if there's anything that we have to change, we'll change it, but we have the ability to do it now. That's what matters. Alright, now for 1E. And for 1F, and I think that's the last one. Did anything fuck up? Huh. Surprisingly, nothing here looks off. Not even the top side. Well, we can't even see the top side because of the way that looks. Let me do a bit of a white overlay here, just to give me a good idea. Oh, yes. Yes, we did it properly. Good. Great. Fantastic. I don't see anything here that looks off, at the very least. Alright, good. We did it. Now I can delete this one, because I don't... Well, we don't really need it. I could put this behind and hide that for now until I am finished here. But yeah, there we go. Alright, so now that that's been taken care of, bow balloon rays. Now it's time for us to get the lighting in. How long have we been at this so far? Almost an hour and a half. Not bad, actually. Considering how close to done we are with this, not bad. There you are. The color here, I'm not sure. Blue kind of makes sense, though. Nice blue light. Okay, maybe not that blue. This blue? A nice moody blue light that's showing off a large majority of the area here. The light will penetrate the darkness in the back just because. Why not? Have that be covered by this. Alright, now for the balloon, balloon light. Weird how I made a bunch of jellyfish be like the light source, as opposed to the combust, which kind of makes the most sense because they're like mini suns, mini stars. Yeah, you can barely see most of the blue in the back here, but I guess that's fine. I'm gonna drink a orange soda now. What you looking at, cat? Alright, now for the particles. Alright, particles seem easy enough. Maybe we can delete a little bit of it from some things here. Maybe we can delete the lighting here so that this takes its own light. And flares. And vivid lighting. I don't think the vivid lighting is going to make much of a difference. Doesn't make much of a difference. Alright, so now the only thing left here is the shadow rays. And then we can go into the effects portion. Give this glow, give these glows, and whatnot. Hell, most of this is probably not going to matter too much because of how goddamn freaking dark everything is. I'll still add it, because why not? But like I said before, most of it's not going to matter. You see how dark everything is in this place? Which makes sense. It's supposed to be a dark place. Not supposed to be all filled with sunshine and whatnot. The only stars there are those mini demons that make it look like stars. They don't even provide any massive form of light throughout the entire region, entire realm. No, the only light they perform is just little stars that you can only see in one region. Only one region, can you believe that? Well, I guess also the Sky Shoal, but we're mostly over here talking about the dark beach and the surface stuff. But yeah. So, with that being said, it's definitely a very dark place. Dark and foreboding. Okay, I think we're done with this now. I can delete it now. Alright, so I need some teal area. Or more so, green teal area. Effects. As soon as I'm done with this and I got the thing posted, I think I'm going to immediately start working on the finale of that one little series. Alright, is this... No, that's not bright enough, so this is what we want then. I guess that means it's not teal, it's green. Not green-ol. What the hell, man? Delete! Yeah, just about. Let's just go to 400 and do that. I guess for these we could provide like 50. Yeah, that'll do. And the only purpose this has to serve is to light up these two things over here. Should you be brighter? I think you should be brighter. 50. Like beetles mixed with fireflies, I guess. Oh, and I guess I can provide more glows to here, maybe? Oh yeah, without the frickin'... With the fog getting in the way, these things' glows get affected a little bit. You're supposed to be able to see these from afar. Yeah, much better. That's the point of those. You can see them from afar, so you know how to, like, if you can traverse this horrid landscape, you can avoid them at all cost. Because here's, like, the idea. What's the best example I have? Okay. Here's the person standing right here. This is the island they're on, and you're like, this, because it makes more sense, because islands aren't vertical. And, here, I don't know if that's the best example. Here would be where how far the islands are from apart, like right here. So you cannot jump it, obviously. That's like the distance between here and here. I know, perspective doesn't really make it easy. It makes it look like this is all condensed. But trust me when I say that this is way further than they look. It's like you're looking down at it like here. Like you would see things look like it's closer, like an optical illusion. But when it comes to trying to get many of these islands in at once, and trying to showcase more to the area instead of like a very small amount, it's very difficult to get the perspective right. But it does kind of like showcase that, yes, if you go into this region immediately, right off the bat, you will think, oh, I can get to the other islands easily, and then you walk up to the edge and you're like, oh, now that, my boy, is called an optical illusion. I wasn't even trying Knuckles' voice there, I just went full Fred Flintstone. Just replace any duo with Fred and Barney, and it's hilarious for some reason. Oh yeah, that nice teal overlay. And I guess the good thing with overlays is it kind of like prevents it from like going into the back end, making it look all colored and whatnot. Okay, we don't want that going that far here. Maybe here, but not here. Well, that's teal. I think I can get some purple in here as well. But what shade of purple, I wonder? Far in the back, purple, in the darkness. I mean, that's what it's supposed to be, right? Though I guess technically speaking, if I wanted to go and make it more darker, I could just do like this. Further out you go, the darker it gets. Well, that doesn't help. I think I need to go over to Island 14A, wherever the hell that is, actually. Ah, here. And I'll make a separate shadows layer in this area to get these to look darker. Which makes sense. The further out you go, the darker it looks. The fog kind of like takes its control over most of the area. I guess I could probably try to provide more darkness to the rest of the area, could I not? Oh wait, shit, where the hell would this be? Not too much to the next set, but somewhat enough. That's where the waterfall is, that's where the tree is. That's where the flisher is, to the left. And let's get the island here as well, actually. Hold on. And now where are you? Yeah, behind there. So right here. Shadows 1C. Just to get these a little bit darker. Because why not? Not too dark. Not too dark. Like that much should do good. And as for you, well, here's the thing that sucks. I kind of have to put one up here anyways. But I guess I could just put it underneath Island 8 and then just have that get darker a little. Yeah, there we go. Maybe not have you to be too dark because of the lightness there. So maybe just a tiny bit of darkness up there. There we go. Good, great. Kind of would work perfectly with the fact that you're not able to see that far, considering the fact that the Demon Realm is a flat plane and not a curve. Alright, let's see. I guess some regular blue areas. But like the front set. Whoops, not 300, you fool. Why are you even allowing me to make it 300? Well, that's not going to work if this is not 100 on itself. There we go. Okay, not bad, not bad. Get most of this area front blue. Kind of makes sense. Now let's get some light purple up in here to provide a tiny bit of light near you. Just a tiny bit, not a lot. Maybe it's like the darkness of this area, like the further out you look, the darker it is, but when you go over there, it's actually quite light. It's just like a fog of darkness looms over most of the areas. That's why some of them look dark and some of them don't. should I get some pink in here, or is that too much? Yeah, well, at least that shade's too much. What about this one? Oh, this one's slightly better. Provides a little bit more lightness to the front side, but that should be about it. No more, no less. Further out you go, the darker it gets. The only thing that provides light from afar would be these things. The thing that pierces the darkness. Isn't that right, Cadillac? And I think that might be all. I probably could add more to the back, but I think this is fine. A little too much, and it gets a little bit oversaturated with certain colors. So now, what do we want here? Too bright. Could work. Let's keep looking. But too dark. That's too dark further. Further too dark. That would be what you would say. Would teal work better? How about this shade of teal? Nope, too dark still. How about this one? Doesn't look too bad, actually. Let me see what the other one of that looks like. A bit brighter. But I guess that kind of works. That makes it look more moody. Let's see, this or that? This or that? Kind of leaning towards the brighter one. The darker one kind of works, though. But the brighter one looks better. I don't know. Darker or brighter? I'd say brighter. Yeah, sure, why not? We'll stick with brighter. And I think that's it. I don't really have much here else to add, so I think we did it. Let me just make sure all my tools are back to where they need to be. 100. And everything's 100. Alright, awesome. There we go, folks. The entirety of the Sky Shoal completed. With some demons shown in the distance. Somewhat different from some of the... Well, no, some of the others do have that big, what do you call it? I guess because of the floating islands, it is a little bit more difficult to make it look, you know, complex. I mean, we got the floating crystal island, so it's as complex as we can get. So, as per usual, with effects, without effects. With effects, without effects. Definitely looks much more plainer. It's like if you remove, what do you call it, and go in debug mode, that's what it would look like. Then you put in the lighting and all that stuff, then it looks like that. So, yeah, there we go. Anyways, thank you all for watching today's episode of Art Time. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, subscribe for more, check out that there playlist. And of course, a previous part of this episode, in case you missed it, and the most recent episode of, I guess, Minecraft ROTC Edition. Anyways, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Later.